And we're live. We're live. Welcome to Cleveland Business Live, episode 21. I'm Lisa Cole with eXp Realty, and I'm so excited to have Michael Arsham on with me today. Welcome, Michael.
Welcome, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. So basically, Michael, I've known Michael throughout the years, just managing and running Sky Bistro, which was like my go-to spot. And I just like loved it. It was just, you always took such good care of myself and my friends and everything. And now you're onto a whole different endeavor with the summer house in Lakewood in the Carlisle. And I got to go with a girlfriend of mine on Thursday, and I am like totally in love with it. It feels like you're in Miami, for crying out loud. So you have like these gorgeous panoramic views of the lake, and you have like this great view of the city, and just the vibe is amazing. And you took again such good care of us. We stayed for hours, but you have such an interesting history. You've been in the entertainment industry and the food industry and met so many cool people throughout the years. So tell us how it all began and how you got to where you are now.
Interesting story, fun. I really started at a very young age. I was 15 years old. I managed a band, and we'd play Menor Hullabaloo, Chesel and Hullabaloo out in Geneva on the lake. But being a manager, I'd hang out with the owners of the clubs, and they'd teach me, because I'm not lazy, I want to work. So they taught me how to count money, how to do tickets, how to do concessions, and that got me my start. Then when I was in college, I had the opportunity to spend summers and holidays in Boston, because I was at Ithaca in upstate New York, and I built from construction on up, a nightclub, and then helped them operate. Once up and running, Bonnie Ray had opened, became friends with Bonnie, and did that. Then I was going to do my third year of college abroad in London, and then wanted to get money together so I could then take a semester off and travel. So the Front Row Theater was being built, and I was going to be valet. Love cars, park them, make some extra tips.
The Front Row, back here.
Here at the Front Row Theater. I'm back in Cleveland now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And calling this guy, and finally opening day came. My mom says, just take the car and go. I go out, find the guy. He goes, how old are you? I said, I'm 20. He said, usually you got to be 21 for bartending, and I need bartenders. I go, that's too bad. I've been around the business my whole life. So he says, okay, stick with me. And in 20 minutes, I had the keys to everything, and I was his assistant. 3 days later, he never showed up again. And I just kept doing the job. I knew what was happening, what was needed. 2 weeks later, the owners of the Front Row found out this guy wasn't there anymore, and I'd been doing it. I don't know what to do with me, but 6 weeks later, I had to get with them and say, and I'd never been paid yet, that I've never been paid, and B, I have to decide if I'm going to go to college or not, what's going on. And they made me an offer, one of those offers you can't refuse. They offered me more money than PhDs coming out of college were getting.
Oh my gosh.
Got with my folks, and they said, please, if you leave the Front Row, would you go back to school? I said I would. And then it ended up the next 8 years, I managed the concession company for the Front Row Theater, taking care of the entertainers backstage with food, beverage, and being a friend and entertaining them as well. And from there, I was made an offer to then go into partners in the Academy Tavern. I was never going to replace the owners of the Front Row, so this was my next step. And very fortunate that people just kept making me offers. During the time of Front Row, I helped build Peabody's for Dewey in Cleveland Heights. I built at Fairmont Circle, and it was the creativity and fun that I loved of setting up places. After the Academy, I was approached to then take over the ground floor. From ground floor, I then did construction for Lindy's at Beechwood Mall, and then was their manager, worked for the Duties. Sue Duty, bless her heart, wonderful. Rick Duty, phenomenal guy. So those are the people I were working for, and that was great. And then just moved on. I did the Improv in Cleveland. Glass Parrots. I mean, it was a lot of fun to get places up and running and going. And then from Pat Joyce's, that was Commons Tap, I was helping Gatsby's in Menor. And Bob Fracci, who was wonderful, said, Michael, why don't you just buy the place? And I got a partner and lived in Arizona. And we bought Gatsby's, and I had that for 8 years. I had a son who turned 3 and said, where does Daddy live? And Gatsby's. And the next day of that thought, the owner of Classic Lexus said, Michael, why don't you join us? It was kind of funny because what he really said is, do you know anyone who wants to sell cars? Because I need some people. And would be a regular. And I said, what about me? So I sold my restaurant and then went to work for Lexus for 13 years. I then was given an offer by the Neens to be their operating partner and take over Sky Bistro, which is where you and I met. And I did for 6.5 years. While being at Sky, Mr. Brown said, because I'd given a notice, and usually they say, okay, just leave. I'd given a 3-month notice.
And they're like, don't leave.
Well, they usually escort you out. So you're right. He said, you say what you want. So now I had 3 more months.
Right.
We were busy. I was successful, but my passion is hospitality. So full be with Rob and Nancy at Sky in Lawnfield. Best Western was the flag we flew. And then this past January, I had given a 2.5-month notice and left. In March, I was found by this organization, the George Group, who was building Summer House, to join them. So that's where I'm at right now. I had the opportunity to help get this up and running. We're still getting it up and running. I said, we opened Monday, and that Sunday the governor shut us down because of COVID. So for all this time being built, set up, and it's gorgeous, we were shut down.
Gorgeous.
And we then started feeding employees and people, and we did family meals, and we weren't doing to-goes. We were taking care of the public. Just over 3 weeks ago, we reopened when the governor said to open, and Summer House is phenomenal. I mean, it's for me in Lakewood, because it's like going on vacation every day. The client is unbelievable. It's an energy and a vibe that you got to share the other night that electric, that I just wish I could share with everyone. People who see this and come, please ask for me. I'll tell you front row stories. I'll show you the view of Cleveland. We have the best view of Cleveland.
Honestly, I don't know if I've seen a better view. Honestly, I'm like, and I'm in love with our city. So I'm just like, I could just look at it forever. You always seem to find yourself in like the hottest, most fun spots or the coolest spots. How does that happen exactly?
I don't have an answer. I mean, even when we built the Glass Parrot, became the hottest, nightclub in Cleveland. People find me, and I love it's the creativity and going. I'm a workaholic, so if I'm with you, I'm with you. And
right.
It's like life. I don't stress. I stay even keel. My happiness is making people happy. So even though you think I'm shy, to me, being in this entertainment industry and hospitality is show business. So it's easy to show people a good time. I love selling fun and energy and just making people happy. That's how I live my life.
That explains why Sky was one of my most favorite places. And you always get like the best stories, and always different stories, like famous people who you've met throughout the years, and just different, really cool, stories. Now, in terms of the Summer House, the group that owns it, they also own other restaurants in Cleveland, right?
Yes, there's 26 of them.
Okay.
So from, the Town Hall, the Hairy Buffaloes, the Rios, there's a lot of restaurants that this group has. And, they're great to me. It's right now an unbelievable challenge to get this place up and running. We seat normally 275 people. We are over the top in social distancing with the sanitizing, with the dividers, and the plastic dividers move so we can maximize and keep people safe. The dividers in the dining room are plate glass that are framed, so they're gorgeous, and people keep saying, well, you should sort of keep these forever.
Right.
Can't pull together.
It did not mess with the vibe at all. That's what was nice. My girlfriend and I sat at the bar, and you didn't feel that it messed with the vibe. You're right. I didn't even notice that.
No, and people don't. The vibe would be better with another 100 people in there. You can only imagine.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was cool.
Back to the way it used to be. You're right. No, it is. And the raves that we get, because I go around to everyone and talk in the tables, and I take the feedback because I want to listen to what you have to say and improve upon and make better. Or I appreciate the nice words and the compliments, but the raves, and a lot of people inside of 3 weeks, it's their second and third time coming back. And they're bringing different friends to turn them on to this new place. So it's electric. There's
100%. I've told like 1 million people, and I already have my plans to come back again. So I'm so excited.
The food, if I can touch on real quick.
Yes.
Scratch kitchen. I think, using the word, well, what does that mean? Or, but we make everything really from scratch, from breads. We'll make a sauce to make another sauce. I mean, we compress, we hydronize, and we'll do egg yolk and compress it and then dehydrate it and then shave it. I mean, our kitchen is probably more like a science lab kitchen. I mean, we just do unbelievable food, and everything has such great flavors. The concept of food is small bites and sharing. This is about love and sharing with your friends and have fun. We like to share.
And I know we had the fish dip. That was so good.
Again, from scratch, using, walleye and perch and other fish that we just grind from scratch. Again, there's nothing nothing frozen that we boil. We're not that type of restaurant.
I should hope not.
From the beginning.
And then let's
go online, go to our website.
Yes, and Camille Petruccio, she says, "Oh, we've been saying how we want to go to the summer house. Can't wait to. It looks so beautiful." And I think your website doesn't do it justice, because I've looked at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you need better pictures. And Pam Rowan says, "Can't wait to enjoy a great meal."
Pam.
Yes, Pam. And McIntyre, "Can't wait to check it out and visit Michael Arsham." Hi, yeah. So lots of people watching, and you're still at Lexus. I know, because you help friends of mine with their Lexuses. So if anybody knows you, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
You can call me at Lexus. I'll transfer you to my cell. You can call my cell. I don't know if you posted it or not.
I will put it in the comments. So if you need to get in touch with Michael, and if you want to make a reservation or anything like that, make sure when you go in to ask for Michael, and he will take such good care of you. And you'll go in for happy hour, but you'll stay for like 6 hours. Trust me.
Right. And we're constantly changing, constantly doing things. And to mention with Lexus, I'm very blessed because I'm by appointment only. But Mr. Brown had grabbed me and says, "You're never leaving me." I was leaving the dealership. He says, "You come and go as you please. You work out appointments, but you're staying with me forever."
I love it.
Very blessed to have that.
I love it. Well, I'm so glad
taking care of people. It's taking care of people.
Which you do so well. And thank you so much for coming on today. And can't wait to see you again in person soon.
Thank you. Love you. You take care.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody have a good rest of the day.